So we first met at a book fair, and I've been in love ever since. Hi guys, I'm Dana. Welcome back to my channel. So today I thought let's talk about love, shelf love. If you thought anything else, you probably read a lot of romance. So anyway, today I thought let's do a bit of a shelf tour. I want to show you one of my favorites, classics editions, and that would be Chiltern Classics. I first saw these classics in a book fair about 3 years ago. It's a huge international book fair that usually comes to Dubai once a year. It's called Big Bad Wolf. I think most of the people who live here are familiar with it. So anyway, I saw these, and as I said at the beginning, I was instantly in love, and I knew I just had to get every single edition they had on display that day. I think on that day I ended up buying 8 different ones. So since then I have actually collected 33 out of the potential 60 that they have published. So yeah, let's take a quick look at them. Before I actually get started, I wanted to tell you a little bit about Chiltern, just in case you're not familiar with them. So Chiltern Publishing is, and this is not sponsored by the way, I just love their books so much. They are a relatively new publishing house. They actually were founded in 2018 in London, and all of their books are hardcovers. I will show you in more details, but if you look at the books, they have these very famous gilded golden edges, a few silver ones, but I don't want to talk about that. I don't like the silver ones. They're excellent printing quality. The books are physically a bit heavier than other books their size, and that's because they use really good quality, I believe. The inside is always this sort of matte black end papers. They have Chiltern here, the same thing on the back. I believe that's the website. Yep. And the paper itself, it's very thick, glossy, creamy paper. My only complaint about these books is the paper is actually too shiny. So if I'm reading somewhere that has artificial light, the light sort of bounces off the page and it becomes hard to read. Other than that, no complaints. Besides the silver thing, we'll come back to it. But yeah, these are gorgeous. If you get a chance to get your hands on one of these, they make amazing collectible editions. And yeah, I will stop talking now and start showing you the books. Okay, starting off this show and tell with The Little Prince. So Chiltern are famous for either one of 2 patterns, more or less. One that is a bit geometric, ornate, very textured, and another one which is the floral. The florals are my favorite, so I'm going to keep those to the end of the video. But yeah, we're going to start off with The Little Prince. I don't know if you can see, they have this spot UV printing. I think that's the shiny part. That's what they call it. The gilded edges, and it's really, really beautiful. It's a very nice book, and most of the time the patterns tell something about the story inside, and I think we'll get to see some examples in a bit. So yeah, one more thing I wanted to mention, that the stickers that come on these books that are quite big are the easiest thing to remove. So for us book lovers who cannot stand the stickers on books, fret not, they come off really easily. So that's the first one. Second is one of my favorite books, Animal Farm, beautiful classic. If you have not read it, please pick it up. It's really short. This cover is a bit matte, and again, you can see the stars on the cover. Very nice edition. Then we have The Time Machine. I haven't read this one yet, but again, this has very nice hints of blue and sort of reddish brown. As you can see here, the designs are very textured, so they're sort of bumpy, a bit embossed. All of their books are like that. They're amazing. The Hound of the Baskervilles was one of my favorite books growing up. I remember reading this more than once. I have to probably reread that. I'm going to be rereading most of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's works soon. But yeah, beautiful edition. The design is a bit trippy. I think most of their designs are, but you know, it's really cool. Next up is a book I have not read yet. I think the cover is a bit dark for my taste, but I do like the hints of green on there. It's really nice. Again, very textured when you touch it. This was A great book. I read that when I was a kid, but if you asked me what it's about, I would have no idea. It was a very long time ago. I don't remember. I just remember enjoying it. So yeah, this is up for a reread. Probably not this year, maybe next year, but it's a short book, so I'll probably get to it eventually. This is a very nice cover. I love the colors, red, orange, and gold. Yeah, and they have a bit of bronze in them. This is a collection of romantic poets. We have Wordsworth, Coleridge, Blake, Byron, Shelley, and Keats. I think I've read most of their works in different collections, but this is a very nice collectible edition to have. This I read just last year, and I absolutely loved that book. It was such an adventure. I think I've read that as a kid as well, but obviously reading it as an adult, it's different. I love the tiny details on the cover. So the whole design is, you know, wavy and water-like, but then you get these tiny tiny details that I really, really appreciate and love. A great book. This is definitely in my top 5 books of all time. I love Frankenstein. It's an amazing story and way ahead of its time in so many different ways. The cover is also a bit trippy, and you know, you get these sort of scales that also look like sort of monster eyes, I believe. Again, they tell us about the story. This book is tabbed. Yeah, I normally read Frankenstein every other year. It's one of the books that always gets better with every reread. I'm not usually a very big fan of the color blue, but this sort of works. It's a very beautiful edition of Age of Innocence. Beautiful book, really nice. I have a feeling the books are gonna tip over, and that's not good. So let's hope they don't. Next up is Mr. Dickens, Confession. I am not a fan of Dickens, sorry. I do love this cover though, especially the color green with the gold. It's a very nice pattern. The Mayor of Casterbridge. This is a very colorful cover. I really like it. Again, all of these have been golden edges so far. Very nice. I also love the spine and how most of the time the spine is consistent. So when you have them on the shelf, they look really pretty. This is one of my favorite pattern designs, Dracula, and I think you can see the shiny spot UV printing. It's a beautiful edition. I think I'm reading this in October because, you know, obviously it's a fall read. You can't read Dracula in the summer. It just doesn't make sense. So I haven't read this one yet, by the way. Looking forward to that. And now another Dickens. Different color pattern this time. But again, same thing, very textured covers, golden edges. And the last patterned book I own is a very pretty one, also a bit trippy. I love how every time the colors look different. This is the Moonstone. It's a big boy. But yeah, I haven't read that one either. But yeah, so this brings us to the end of the textured ones. Next up, I'm gonna move to my favorites, which are the florals. So let's get to it. Okay, florals, here we go. The Phantom of the Opera, that's the book I was holding at the beginning of the video. I picked up The Phantom of the Opera at the beginning of 2024 because I knew that the Dubai Opera House was showing a Broadway musical, and it was just the most magnificent thing. So I finished the book, I think a few days before the show, and I loved it. I think it just made the book even better for me. The actors, their voices, it was just really magical. I think I want to do more of this where, you know, I read the book and then I go see a show. We do get quite a lot of these shows in Dubai every year, so I should make that a habit. But yeah, so that's the first one. This is one of my favorite covers, even though I said I don't like blue, but this is really nice. I think the flowers are really pretty. And again, here you will see more, obviously, the textured patterns, the glossiness, the quality of the print. It's beautiful. I haven't read this one. I think I actually read that when I was a kid because I do remember I have a very used, very well-loved copy growing up, but I honestly don't remember anything about the book, so we're gonna have to read this again. This right here is my favorite Chiltern cover. It's the flowers, it's the colors, it just looks so alive. I love this book so much. I believe it's their prettiest. There's one more book that I really love. We'll come to it in a bit. But yeah, I really think this book is so pretty. Next up is another book from my top 5 of all time, The Picture of Dorian Gray. And I tabbed a lot. I tabbed this book a lot. Fun story. I read The Picture of Dorian Gray, and then right after it, I picked up the uncensored version of The Picture of Dorian Gray, and it was such an amazing journey. It was one of those books where you finish it and you immediately want to pick it back up, and when I knew they had an uncensored version, I knew I had to get that, and I read them back to back, and I compared and contrasted. I'm actually going to work on a video detailing my thoughts, and I have many on that book. But yeah, an amazing read. I totally get why a lot of people are obsessed with this book and why it ends up on a lot of people's top 5. Yeah, definitely one of my top 5 books of all time. This is another classic that I've read recently. I didn't read this copy. I had another copy because this copy is new, but I love the colors on this one. Again, you can see the pattern and the details. A lot of people didn't enjoy that book. I personally really enjoyed reading it. I thought it was really different, and you know, we've seen a lot of movies based on this book, but this book was different. The plot twist, I did not see that coming. I loved it. Again, top 5 favorite books of all time. The cover is okay. I mean, it is fitting. It's a bit not very vibrant, but I do love this book so much. The story is amazing. This is one of the books I reread often. I think the last time I read this was 2 years ago. I think maybe I'll read it again next year, and maybe I'll read this edition next time. But yeah, amazing book, beautiful story. It has some of the best quotes I've ever read in a book. No, I did not see the movie. No, I don't want to see the movie. I always prefer the books, especially if the movie is not true to the book. I don't like adaptations very much, so I normally steer clear. Little Women. I love this cover. I think the color green adds a lot of needed sort of texture and beauty to the cover. I read Little Women, Good Wives, and Little Men in a big edition that has all 3 of them. So this is an edition I have not read. I don't think I will read Little Women again, at least not anytime soon. I enjoyed it. It's just not one of my favorite classics, and I'm definitely not one of those people who obsess over Little Women. I know a lot of people do. It was an okay read for me. It was fun. It was very cozy. It was homely. It was a bit sad, but yeah, I don't think it's top 5. At least it's not. Madame Bovary. I love this cover so much. I think it sort of looks a little bit like Dorian Gray. The flowers are definitely different, but the color combinations is. I think the colors are very tame, which is not what the book is it? I've heard things. I haven't read it, but I've heard things. So yeah. Miss Tess is up next, and this beautiful pink color. Again, the golden gilded edges is just a very, very pretty edition, and it's quite heavy. But yeah, I love this edition so much, and this is another book that I have not read yet. Chop, chop, I'm behind. A Bronte this time. I love the yellow. I love the different kinds of yellow and brown on this cover in green. I think it's a beautiful edition. Yeah, I haven't read this one yet, I believe. No, I have not read this one, so hopefully I'll get to it. And another one, which is my second favorite Chiltern edition of all time, is Jane Eyre. I mean, I talked in my previous video about Jane Eyre. I love that book so much. I love the flowers. I love the colors. It's a very nice deep red. I think this is a beautiful edition. I do own 2 other editions of Jane Eyre. I think it's the book I own the most of outside of my Hemingway collection. But yeah, I think I'm reading this again this year. I just have to find time because honestly, I'm committing to a lot of books. But yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite books. I absolutely love it. And yeah, before I conclude this video, I actually have one more thing to show you, because this is not my full collection. Look at these. Chiltern, you have to explain yourself. What are these two? Like, why are they silver? I don't understand. These are the Jane Austen books, and they're missing one from the big ones. Not because I don't own it. It's because I think they haven't published it yet, or maybe I haven't bought it. I'm not sure. But two of these books, as you can see, they're sort of stuck in between the two patterns. So this is sort of floral. It's a very nice tame pink. Whoops. It's golden. This is golden edges. I think my books blocked my light. But yeah, so this is a very nice edition, but it's a pattern as well as a floral. Same thing with this one. I love the purple on this one. Purple is one of my, it is actually my favorite color. But yeah, why is it silver? Like, why? For me, it just doesn't look good with the rest of them. I mean, look at the spines. Everything else is golden, and then you get this out of nowhere that's silver. And then the rest of the editions of Jane Austen continue in full-on floral. Like, what happened to you guys? So this is my least favorite Chiltern design of all time. Sorry, guys. Like, I really don't like this cover. Even though Pride and Prejudice is my favorite Jane Austen, but yeah, I'm not a fan of this color. I'm not sure, are these poisonous plants that attack you? I'm not sure what these are. I don't like them. This is really nice. I love the color combo on Emma. It's beautiful. This is golden as well. Mansfield Park, beautiful flowers, vibrant red, beautiful edition. And then last but not least, it's Sense and Sensibility. The flowers look a bit different, but I do like this cover as well. And again, golden, it matches the rest. I can't say the same for the other two silver ones. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe we will get to see more of these silver editions moving forward. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, I have a lot of books that will probably hide me if I move them closer. But yeah, thank you for coming along. I hope you enjoyed looking at this beautiful collection of books. I think I will see you in the next video. Now I will go do my not so magic editing. I will work on my skills, I promise. And maybe next time we can go over my Everyman's editions. I have quite a few of those, and I think they're one of my favorites as well. You know, I have a lot of different series and editions, so we'll do them one by one. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. Bye.